It was the war to end all wars. At least, that's what they told us. But when I look around to my new friends here, I find out that wasn't true. It wasn't even the Great War like we called it. It was another big one so close that we had to call ours World War I, and the next one was World War II. It makes me sad to think that they have to keep numbering them. But back then, I couldn't wait to fight. Matter of fact, I was too young to enlist, so I had to lie about my age to sign up. When I told my parents, Ma cried, and Dad was as mad as I'd ever seen him. Behind that mad of his was a lot of pride too. Ma wanted him to undo my paperwork, but Dad said I made a man's decision and I could live by it. Just getting ready for the fight was a lot of work itself. Of course I knew how to shoot. What boy didn't back then? But it was the rest of it that got to us. And even that wasn't really preparing us for the reality of war. My buddies and I shipped to France in the early days of the war. France sounded so glamorous on the way there. We were thinking of sipping wine and kissing pretty French girls. The countryside really didn't look a lot different than back home. Lots of rolling hills and farms. And Vimy Ridge, that's where we ended up, in the trenches. Our regiment was hit with a German mustard gas attack. The smoke was the first thing we noticed. It was so thick you could practically feel it filling up your lungs, and it was so thick you couldn't see who you were aiming at. It was like finding your way through a deep fog in a strange place. Very disorienting. The coughing it caused was so hard, it felt like November 11th. That's the day the president picked to remember all veterans from every war this country has fought. In the poem they read, it's all about us. In Flanders Field, the poppies glow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Field. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. Ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Field.